All right, y'all, my gym shirt for the day. Trying to keep people away. Also, telling you to have your own mind. Anything I say in this video, have your own opinion, man. I'm changing out of. I had this on yesterday, so I had to change out of it. And I'm changing my shirt in the parking lot. Why can I do that? Because I'm shredded. Ain't nobody gonna laugh at me. All right, y'all, 11:34, right before midnight. I'm gonna go weigh myself, show y'all what I weigh real quick, so y'all can see and do the math. 176 in the gym. You know, I just drink water, ate food, and all that, so I'm a couple pounds less than that. But we're gonna roll with that, right? So 505 times 2.5 kg. So that's 1,262 pounds or something, right? That's what Hafthor, whatever, just did. He did 2.6 times his body weight on the deadlift. That's ridiculous to me. That's a joke. All right, I weigh 175. Let's roll with that. Even though I'm more like 168 or something. That's 2.75. You know what I'm saying? My body weight times that would be only 4 something on a deadlift. That's easy. That's not even a warm-up. So let's say my body weight times 3, 525. That's actually my old max when I was 164 or something like that. So let's go ahead and say 164, right? That'll be 3 times my body weight that I deadlifted with no gloves, no straps, no nothing. So right now I got 495 on the bar and I'm 175. That's 2.8. That's better than Hafthor's deadlift right there. Better. Why? Because the weight to weight ratio. Plus I'm not using gloves, straps, no chalk, no belt, no nothing. He was using a deadlift suit, which adds hundreds of pounds. I could probably, with that deadlift suit, I could probably, and chalk and straps and all that, I could probably do like 300 more pounds than this, probably 400 more pounds than this. Which would be what? It's 500, 6, 7, 8, 9, which would be 900 pounds, which is still less than 1,200. But how much do I weigh? You got to keep that in factor. People always purposely misunderstand that. Pound for pound don't mean nothing. Like, come on, man. And plus my lockout, I stood all the way up. He didn't even lock out. I stood all the way up, and that was easy. That's not even a max. That's nowhere near a max. No struggle, no nothing. So I went and put 30 more pounds on there. Bam. 10-pound plate, 5-pound plate. Each side. 10-pound plate, 5-pound plate each side, which makes it 525 pounds. Spoiler alert, don't laugh at me, laugh with me. This isn't a real deadlift day. This was supposed to be a bench press and squat day. And fun fact about the bench press, what happened? Man, I get chased around the gym by grown men daily. So I got scared, and plus I wanted to save and reserve energy because this is a squat every day. I've been literally squatting every day for 62, 63 days, something like that. So I sat down, told myself, nah, I ain't going to do it. I grabbed my belt, my all that. I could have easily put a belt on, got that weight. That adds about 40 pounds. I could have easily put the gloves on or a conjunction of both and put on way more weight than that. I could probably do 545 today. And deadlift is on my back burner. So I went in and put my gloves on. But not the deadlift. I went in, I was going to bench press. But them dudes that was over there by the bench press was still over there, just effing with me. So I went ahead and squatted. I didn't have high expectations for squat or nothing like that. But I don't know how much Hafthor squats. But I know his bench press, though. His bench press is only like 5 something. 5 something. You can't do even 3 something. Dude, I weigh 175 pounds, right? I could probably do 3 something. The heaviest I done on bench press lately was like 280, no spotter, all the way up, all the way down, not tearing my pec when doing it. All right. And I hope Greg Doucette see this video so he can analyze, because that's who a lot of people on the internet look up to. You know, that's the ESPN. I'm actually the real fitness guy, but not saying he ain't, but I'm just saying, I don't get my fame from talking about other guys, but sometimes I have to because I got to explain what's going on. So the bar butt naked, I got a plate on this side. That's all I made it to. I did a warm-up with that, and then they chased me away. How did they chase me away? They start benching on the bench next to me. They like 3 or 4 people crowding behind the other guy talking. I ain't got no room. I'm not about to lift with your booty in my face and over my head, and y'all talking and talking and talking. And this what time it is. Remember what time I showed y'all earlier? And this ain't complaining, this explaining, all right? Too many people in the gym, boy. So 265 on the bench press. Got my headphones. And yeah, man, I want to do 275. 275 would be 100 pounds above my body weight. And I was going to do the math between this and that and the third, but it took me so long to get to this bench press. I was gassed. This is 90 pounds above my gym body weight that y'all just seen. This is probably closer to 100 pounds over my actual morning weight if I was weighing myself the way you weigh yourself in the morning. You know, anybody that knows fitness know you get up in the morning before you eat, before you know, if you got to use the bathroom and weigh yourself as naked as possible. So you weighing yourself instead of yourself and other things, instead of yourself and the food and water and the clothes you got on and this and that and the third. And that was kind of not easy, kind of easy. I'm just gassed, man. I could have probably done way more than I put 275 on the bar, and I decided not to do it. Like I say, all that stuff took so much out of me, man. Getting chased around in the gym burns more of my energy than actually working out, bro. And it's crazy. It shouldn't even be like that at this time in the fucking morning, man. Groups of guys coming there and doing that shit, man. Like, come on. Then another dude was just staring at me. So I was like, man, I'm not even gonna do it, man. I live to live another day. At the end of the day, I do not want to go in there and get injured. I do not want to lift. A lot of people say just lift anyways. It's something, is that? I don't know if that's on the, I'm gonna just talk because it's something in the middle of my head. I don't know if that's when I do that. But yeah, man, whatever, man. Hey, but what I'm saying is this, all right? All that distraction, people, if you don't talk to them, and there was another dude, he was by himself. There was a group of guys doing all that. There was another dude by himself just staring at him. When you don't give them your attention, they will mess you up. They will take away all your focus, right? Either physically or mentally, emotionally, all that. Because they be sitting there crying and stuff, and your grown men be crying, man, when you don't talk to them. I'm not about to sit there. I'm not about to stop. I got X amount of pounds on the bar. I'm not about to stop and talk to y'all. I'm working my way back to my 300s on the bench press. I just got to my squat sucks, but I just got the 315 on the squat the other day. All right, I'm working my way. I'm trying to lock my 315 in. I'm trying to lock my threes in before I start climbing up. And then I'm doing 100 days of squat every day, right? So this is my plan. Whatever I work my way up to, the heaviest weight I do within these 100 days, I'm going to take 80% of that and do 5x5s and do sets of 5s and sets of 4s and sets of this and that. I'm going to do percentages like 80% of whatever it is and just go with reps. But I'm going to go back to squatting regular, like 2 or 3. I'm going to still keep it on the front burner. Squat's going to be on the front burner then. Even though I've been squatting every day, bench press been actually, like, strength-wise, it's been on the front burner, right? Squatting has been on the front burner technique-wise. Deadlift, I'm just keeping deadlift alive. So you see me going in there and doing not a max, just enough to where I feel like that's enough for the day, all right? If it scares me, if you want to call it a sub-max or whatever, I'm not maxing. All right, maxing takes a lot more effort. All right, if you see how Hafthor, whatever, looked when you did that deadlift, that's a max. You see the struggle? That's a max. All right. A lot of people, oh, yeah, energy after you got done. Of course he did. I've done maxes that had energy after I got done. I mean, you know, but at the end of the day, I'm working on being able to deadlift 4 times my body weight whenever I put that back on the front burner, right? Anybody who's seen me bringing my deadlift back, I got series of all this. Bringing my deadlift back series, bringing my bench press back series. Right now I'm working on bringing my squat back series. And I'm doing that at this low body weight. I'm going to earn my weight gain. I'm going to do a bulk, but I'm not going to bulk. I weigh 169, right? I'm not claiming what I weigh in there. That's how much I weigh after drinking a bunch of water and eating and having, okay, lightweight clothes on, but still I got a phone in my hand while I'm weighing myself. All of that adds up, right? That's about 5, 6, 7, 8 pounds right there. And I don't expect everybody to understand, but I am explaining. So I'm trying to explain it in the simplest way. So if you don't understand, it's on purpose, all right? A lot of people misunderstand stuff on purpose because they fanboys. If you say their favorite lifters or their favorite bodybuilders or favorite whoever, celebrities, basketball player, whoever, if you say their favorite player and you say it in a way that they don't want to hear, they purposely misunderstand you, all right? So, or even advice, like fitness advice, people will say something like, oh, count your calories, and they never get there, and they don't ever get there because you're purposely misunderstanding, all right? It is what it is. So I'm working my way back at a low body weight. I'm not really in a deficit right now. I'm more in a maintenance phase, but kind of a main gain. But I'm not a main gainer like that. I mean, I understand it and I'm not dissing it, and I kind of agree with it, but at the same time, me personally, I feel like there's a time and a place for a bulk and a cut, and especially if it's slight. And dirty bulking, it's also a tool that can be used. I mean, at the end of the day, that's still all these things are tools in your toolbox, in my opinion. All these intermittent fast and all that, a lot of things I never do anymore, or I barely do, or I do sometimes, or I didn't do it this way that year, that way. But all these things are tools in the toolbox, and I use them accordingly to where I'm at the time. All right, so let's say, for instance, a dirty bulk. I don't plan on dirty bulking no time soon. All right, now, I mean, probably in the next, I don't know how many years. I'll be 42 this year, next month. Couple days, matter of fact. What I'm saying is, stay on track, bro. Stay on track. What I'm saying is, if I wanted to dirty bulk, a scenario would be like, okay, let's say I got all my lifts back. I'm in my prime on my deadlift, my squat, and my bench press, and one of them are very, very, like, say my bench press, right? Let's say I wanted to do 405 pounds on bench press, and let's say I worked my way up to like 380 something, and I did everything, pulled out all the stops, did all my studying, listened to everybody I look up to when it comes to this lifting, did as much as I can, dialed it in, and I'm stuck at that. Let's say that's my, and the only way I can see myself getting that 400 is to gain a few pounds. That's it. Now, I wouldn't gain hella pounds to do it. Like I say in my last video, I'm not going to eat my face off just to lift some more weight. I'm not going to eat my face off just to lift some more weight. I'm not going to go unnatural just to lift more weights. I'm not. It's not in my books, bro. It says whoever listening, whoever learning, whoever watching. But, you know, pound for pound, these guys got to go to an unhealthy, and yeah, a lot of them not doing it for health. They might not care about health, but I'm just saying it to the people who's watching, because a lot of people, even grown men and women who are my age and older, are impressionable. Younger people, way more, times a million, right? So I want to tell people, you don't have to do that, all right? People will see something, and yeah, some people can see something. You might be a person who sees it and just seeing it as entertainment. Okay, but if it don't apply, let it fly. Let the people who don't see it like that, who are impressionable, let them hear it. Let them learn, all right? That's just like growing up, I used to listen to hip-hop music. Gangster stuff, real hardcore stuff, right? And I used to be like, it's just music, I'm just listening to it, I ain't gonna do it. My mom, grandma, whoever, a lot of people, you know, teachers and all that, yeah, you don't need to be listening to that, yeah, because I ain't gonna do it, it's just music. Or so I thought. Then I look back, and then some of that stuff did, you know, rub off on your boy. Shoot, the way I talk sometimes, like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even just that, but it's just, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you are what you're around. You are what your surroundings are. Things pick up on you, man. It's almost impossible for things not to rub off on you. That's like if you hang around millionaires, you probably gonna find out how to make money even without even noticing it. If you hang around poor people, you probably gonna go broke. If you hang around people who are overweight, some of their habits are gonna probably, you know, some of your habits might rub off on them, and they might lose some weight. Y'all might meet in the middle somewhere. You might gain some weight, they might lose some weight. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But hey, birds of a feather flock together, man, at the end of the day. But that's why I roll by myself. I'm on that Batman shit. Hey, but Batman be having Batgirl and Robin and all this. So you got a whole